Today I'm doing another update on my rolling or ongoing project pan, and I'm gonna throw in some empties and things I'm just getting rid of as well. I'm not including my facial skincare in this one because I have quite enough to talk about already, but just to mention, the Alginist cleanser is on its last leg, and I really thought I was going to be able to include it into this update, but alas, it is not here. So I feel like I haven't explained my method to this particular project that I'm working on. So really what it is mostly everyday essentials. So my skincare, hair care, body care, essential makeup, things that I use every day. So once I use something up, I replace it, and it's basically just keeps going. So I'm trying to use up things that I have, and I'm also including some color products as well. So let's go ahead and get started. I do have some hair care, which you're not going to see a whole lot of in these projects, so I'll just go through it quickly. Anytime Ulta has one of their deals where you can get the gigantic sizes for the price of the regular size, jump on it, because I have been using these for probably about a year, maybe a little more over a year. Yeah, so these are the Alba Pure Performance Hair Care. I have the Gentle Shampoo and the Moisture Conditioner, and yeah, I did enjoy these, and that's really all I have to say about that. But more so the point of mentioning these is mentioning that sale that Ulta does. So if you ever see them doing that sale and you go through shampoo quickly, jump on it. Okay, so my hair, since I bleach my hair, it tends to pull orange when it goes brassy. So my hair tends to turn orange, so I like to use a color correcting shampoo, or a color correcting conditioner rather, and purple makes my hair pull red tones because of the orange, and the purple, it neutralizes out the yellow, but it pulls the pinky red tones out. So it's kind of hard to find an ashy or a blue color corrector, but the Joico Color Balance Blue, it didn't really do anything. I tried it. It was a really good conditioner, but it didn't really do anything for color correcting. So if you're looking for a blue tone color correcting, or I'm assuming any other color correcting conditioners, they really don't deposit any color. And also the last salon store that I was at didn't have my regular hair reconstructor, which I normally use Joico K-Pack, but they had this Apogee 2-minute reconstruct, which works pretty well. I do still prefer K-Pack, but this did work pretty well. So if ever I was in a place that didn't have K-Pack and I needed to pick up a reconstructor, I'd be happy to pick this up again. However, if I had a choice, I'd still pick up the K-Pack. Okay, a couple of random body care things. I have a small size of the Moisture Rich body lotion. It's about halfway through. Don't really have much of an opinion on that yet. Doesn't matter, I'm not going to buy it. I have a Blistex lip balm. No, it's not cruelty free, but I'm going to use it up. I didn't purchase it, and I really needed a lip balm, so I wasn't going to throw it away to go and buy a new one or anything. So the Ulta Ultra Rich Hand and Nail Cream. I don't know if you can see, but it's like down to here now. It really is a nice, nourishing cuticle and nail cream. It dries down quite quickly on the hands, so if you like one of those moisturizers that kind of sits on top of your skin and feels really moisturizing for a long time, this is not one of those, but it works really nicely on the nails and the cuticles. Let's get into the giant basket. Start with the Bioderma is finally gone, and I've got a ton of stuff that I'm just decluttering, calling time of death on. Yeah, I don't know if this is this product or if it's the age of the product, but I have the Illuminating Finishing Powder in Rose Gold from Stila. I was using this as a highlighter, but the shimmery aspect of it would just brush away really quickly. So I tried using it as a body highlighter and even rubbing it directly on my skin, and it would still happen. The shimmery part would just kind of fall off. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of this. It's really old anyway, so. And another product I've had for probably way too long is the Salon Meteorites. As you can see, it is the old packaging. There's still quite a bit left. I did use a decent amount of it though. The smell is starting to turn off a little bit, and it doesn't perform the same way it used to. Some of the mica is clumping together, and when it goes onto the skin, it's like chunky. So it's time for this to go. I've had it for way too long, so I'm sad to get rid of it because I'll never be able to repurchase it, because unless they ever turn cruelty free, which I don't see in the future, but that one is going. Okay, I've used up the Ulta Plush Drama Volume Mascara. Okay, and a ton of what I call kit products. Conceal Correct Contour Palette from NYX. It is just too stiff and too firm. Coastal Scents Eclipse Palette. It is old and getting too stiff and too firm. Coastal Scents Camouflage Concealer Palette. Same thing. If I'm ever start doing makeup jobs again, I will worry about that then. Now, a while back I took a bunch of my Coastal Scents palettes and kind of swapped out shades, and I ended up having to repress some and made a giant mess. So this is the Sleek Silhouette palette that has a couple of replacement shades in it. Don't use it, don't need it, it's starting to smell funny. Here is the blush and eyeshadow palette. It's just getting old. 10-pan blush palette with a bunch of replacements. I have plenty of blush. So all of those are going. Corrective Concealer Palette, same thing. Okay, the Charlotte Island Body Tint from Lush. As you can see, pigment is separating from it. For some reason I convinced myself that I was going to bronze my skin with this during the summer at some point, which is super laughable if you know me, but it's old, it's separating, it's going. Okay, I have a couple of blushes here. This is e.l.f. Mellow Mauve. It is a gorgeous color. If you like Benefit Rockateur, this is a fantastic cruelty-free dupe, and it's so much cheaper. But it's old, it's getting kind of that crispy texture. The texture is different, the smell is different, performance is different, so it is going. I also have the e.l.f. Mineral Blush Enjoy, which I really love this color, but I don't like using loose blushes. It's just not something I reach for because it's messy and annoying to use, so it's also getting kind of old. It's not smelling different yet, so, but I am going to go ahead and get rid of it because it is old, so I'm not going to pass it on. Okay, and this is not quite an empty yet, but I just wanted to show you this because I think it's ridiculous. This is from Perfectly Posh, and this is the Lemon Berry Super Nutrient Coconut Oil. And we all know how coconut oil performs, right? This is not fractionated coconut oil. This is not the liquid format of coconut oil, but it came in this squeeze bottle. I had to melt it down and put it into a jar because it's solid, completely solid. It's not even like, it's not gonna run. I mean, once you put your hands on it, it does start to melt, but even if you stored it on its side, it's not gonna go anywhere. So why on earth would you put it in a squeeze bottle? That's ridiculous. It's the stupidest packaging choice I've ever seen in my entire life. What is wrong with you, Perfectly Posh? Just wanted to mention that because I thought it was ridiculous, but this is something that I am working on panning. More things that just died in my collection are these Cargo Mini eyeliners. They're getting very hard, and I had 5 originally. I decluttered 2 of them. They are stiff and they are starting to smell. They're difficult to use. They tug on my eye. Uncomfortable. I've got the Seche Vivre Instant Gel Effect Top Coat. I can't scrape any more out of this to use it. I tried using a thinner on this that was not the Seche brand thinner and it just kind of screwed up the whole thing. Don't do that. If you want to thin these out, use the Sesh brand. I used up the Sarah Jessica Parker Stash body oil, and that is what I replaced this with in my rotation. I've got a small size of the Honey Potion Renewing Antioxidant Hydration Mask. It was okay. It was not as hydrating as I thought it was going to be. I finally used up a shade Shiseido Benefiance Wrinkle Resist Eye Contour Cream. Ole Henriksen Truth Sugar Glow Polishing Mask. I love the brand Ole Henriksen, but this was not my favorite mask from them. It didn't really do much for my skin. I did finally use up the Sunday Riley Tidal Water Cream. I did enjoy this a lot. I was originally using this during the day, but it did kind of leave a little bit of a barrier on the skin, so I started using it at night and I enjoyed it even more. The Proactive Green Tea Moisturizer, it was pretty good actually. It dried down to a matte finish, which was really nice, so I used that during the day. And the Kate Somerville Goat Milk Moisturizing Cream, I used this at night. It didn't impress me a whole lot. It was fine. The Living Proof Restore Perfecting Spray. I really enjoyed this as like a leave-in conditioner. I would use this every time I wash my hair. It smells really, really good. And I like what it did for my hair, but I don't even know if Living Proof is cruelty-free or not, so I'm not sure if that's something that I could even consider purchasing, but I might actually look that up because I really did like this. So let's move on to the products that I'm currently working on. I totally thought that this was going to be out of my collection by now. I still have, I don't know if you can see that, I saw a tiny bit left in the corner there of this lip appeal from Skin Logics. I did use up the e.l.f. Eye Refresh finally, and I started using the I'm Tired eye roller from Hard Candy. It works pretty well. I'm pleased with it so far. I am still working on the Pore Defense Primer Serum, but I did put that on hold for a little while because I received the Makeup Forever Skin Booster, and since it's such a small size and it's not cruelty free, I figured I would just use it up really quickly to get it out of my collection. Applying it to the skin, it actually has a very similar feel as the Hard Candy one, but I don't have the ingredients in front of me, so I would never be able to compare it. I know it's not specifically a primer, but it works very well as a primer for me. Still working on the Milani eyeshadow primer. I am finally making some progress on the any highlighter stick in Releve. I just use that as an under eye brightener. And with the Glamouflage mix that I have, I'm about down to here now. I moved in the e.l.f. eye brightener and I mixed in some whitening powder to this because it was a little bit too yellow for me. So I use this under my eyes on top of the eye brightener. Still using Coty Airspun. I'm going to be using this forever. There's so much product in there. And I finished up the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and I moved the Dope Taupe brow color from ColourPop in. Oh, and I meant to mention that I finally finished off the Maybelline Master Fix Studio Powder when I mentioned the Coty Airspun. Still working on the Milani setting spray. I am definitely making some progress on that. It is moving down quite a bit. The mascara that I've moved in place of the Ulta one is the Lash Renegade mascara. I'm kind of on the fence about this one at the moment. It takes some, I like it, but it takes some work to get it to the point to where I enjoy the results. I'm still using the NYX blush in Taupe for my contour. I don't know if you can tell, but some of the texture on that is starting to get worn down, so I am making a little bit of progress on that, finally. I've moved a blush in. This is the Stila and Dancing with the Stars blush powder. It's a really gorgeous color, and I use it about every other time, about every other day, just so I don't get too sick of it. Just because I know it's discontinued, and I also enjoy using it because it's a flattering color. And here's what's exciting is this tiny little Ulta palette. I've hit pan on 5 shades, and that 6th shade up in the corner has basically sealed itself off. There's no way that's gonna ever get used. So a lot of progress on these. I'm happy about that. use this almost every day because I've been using the ColourPop Super Shock shadows a lot lately. So this is what I use with them. So both my liquid liner and my black pencil liner that I'm using right now are liners that were sent, not things that I've purchased. So I am going to go ahead and use those up just because I know that that's something that I go through. And I have my Tokidoki eye crayon in Unicorno. It's like a champagne gold color, and the Stila smudge stick in Purple Tang. Those are some of the colored eyeliners that I'm trying to use up because they're a little on the older side. Still working on the e.l.f. mauve color lip liner, making some progress on the Black Honey. Good amount of progress. I'm almost done with that. I've moved some Kat Von D minis into my rotation. It's these older ones. This is one that I'm actually getting rid of because, let's be honest, I never wear this color. The colors that I've moved into work on are Bernice. This is a shimmery red. It is a super flattering red. I do enjoy wearing that. Forever and Never. This is a shimmery nude, almost metallic. I like that a lot. And this is the very first original Lolita. And that's it. That's all the products I am working on now. Anyway, that's everything I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. It means a lot to me. All of my social media links are listed down below, as well as the Project Pan playlist if you are interested. And until next time.